I have to hang a... No, they don't like that. I've got 4 tiny little larvae inside each one of these. Okay, this is... Ouch! Ooh! Sorry.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella shit.
And I'm not a gambler, but when it comes to my situation right now, I have to take a gamble. I have to take a risk, because sometimes a long shot will pay off. Not always, but sometimes it's worth the risk to take a little, chance for a little bit of sacrifice for a big gain. And that's what we're gonna do today. And also, I wanna say thank you. After I published my last video a few days ago about how all my bees died, and now what am I gonna do? The outpouring of support, the comments, and the likes for that video were really touching to me, and I truly appreciate it. Every one of you who has reached out and sent condolences, sent support, sent best wishes, sent prayers. Please know that in my heart, I'm so grateful. I reply to every comment, and I really value you. I value your comments. I value the likes. I don't take any of this for granted. Yes, my channel is very small. I'm trying to grow it. But the relationships that I think that have been built so far in such a short period of time, they truly mean a lot to me. I feel like I've made some very good friends through doing this already. And just a big shout out to all of you who've reached out to me and offered support, offered advice, offered just prayers and positive feelings towards this whole venture. I do appreciate it. So now let's get into these hives. Things look like they are coming along. The new bees in the 2 nucleus colonies do look like they're growing. If I can find some that are young enough today, for the first time in my beekeeping career, I'm gonna try to graft queens, and I'm gonna try to take young larvae from here and insert them into our queenless hive. Yeah, the queenless hive is struggling, so I'm hoping to get 1 queen mated, and she's gonna have to get mated to some of her sister, brother-in-law, cousin. It's not gonna be good, but I'm hoping just for a little bit of good luck. It generally takes a few generations of inbreeding before there's a problem. So if I can get 1 queen, maybe 2 queens made, and then I'll really feel successful, because I really just want to get these growing a little bit faster, and I don't want to keep subsidizing the queenless hive with brood from these other 2 that I'm trying to build up the numbers in order to make a honey crop real quick. So you need a lot of bees to make honey, and if you keep stealing the brood and keep stealing the brood, you're setting them back every time. So let's get into these and see what we're dealing with. Okay, here's the queenless hive. Now what I want to find in here is I need to make some space. If I'm gonna graft into this, there has to be room in here to put an extra frame. So one of these frames is gonna have to come out. So let's remove this pollen patty, and we're looking for an empty frame. And they don't get any more empty than that. But now I also need to make sure that I do have some food in here. And if I can eliminate one more frame, then that will work. Because I may have to hang a... No, they don't like that. Make sure you got a good grip. There's some nectar in here on both sides and pollen. Oops. Nope, she got squished. Sorry, girls. I'm building a little bit of this together. You can see on here there is a good amount of pollen in here. They are foraging. There is unsealed syrup or nectar in here, and right now I can't tell. It's been about a week since I stopped feeding them, so this is either stored nectar that they packed in here from the last few days of me feeding, or it's fresh, pure honey. It's hard to say. This has to come out. This is the frame that I put in. This is keeping them boosted. This has still has some open larvae. It has sealed brood, capped brood in here. Also has lots of honey or nectar, and it's really nice. But yeah, this is the newest one that I've put in. Alright, I'm going to make a space in here. That's preparation. I'm going to keep this pollen patty in there once I graft, if I can find appropriate cells. Last time we went through these, they were honey bound, and the queen had run out of room to lay. Let's count how many brood frames we've got now. This is all nectar on both sides. That's a food frame. I'm looking for any evidence of brood in the top box. That's really what I want to find. Now, a few days ago this frame was empty, and now there is some open nectar in here. I have a feeling they're bringing that in from the outside. That could be the first few drops of honey that they've made on their own. This is where I found the queen. The last time I was in here. There she is. And I believe we may have some eggs in here. There's certainly room for her to lay. She's right on that top. She's right in the middle there. She's got a number one, a yellow number one on her back. Ouch! Ooh. Sorry. that wasn't any fun. I need to mask the alarm pheromone. There is some young larvae in here. All right. I say we give this one a shot. And I need to brush these bees off. The multi-uses, the many uses of a seal hive. Okay. They're not happy about this, but they're not putting up that big of a fuss. And what we've got is I have a Chinese grafting tool. If you've never seen one of these before, this is, it looks like a pen. It's got a plunger on the end here that you push. And this is a plastic scoop that we use to pick up the larva, and it has a plunger to scrape the larva off into one of these grafting cells. So this is just an 1/8 inch kerf from a normal saw blade. This is actually one of my bottom boards for a frame here, same here, that holds the foundation when I put foundations in. But on the sides I put this support on both sides here, and now this new one, which I cut to length, is going to fit in here and hold these cells upside down. So with a larva inside each one of those, the bees will know, oh, those are upside down. Those are supposed to be queens. At least that's how it's supposed to work. That one actually looks really good. I've got 4 tiny little larvae inside each one of these, and they have just barely started to curl into, a C shape. And you really want to get them before they curl, but I'm not good at this yet, so I'm doing the best I can. And This slips in here, and now it'll go in like this. This is going to be the starter finisher hive. I know there's not enough bees in here for this, but that's why one of the reasons I want to do just 4. I don't want to give them 15 larvae to feed. I got the grafting frame in the center here. I pulled out an empty frame. They have pollen right over top of those grafted cells. They do have stored syrup in here, so they've got the nutrition they need to get those 4 fed and raised. Hopefully they'll turn them into queens, but since I want to grow and I want to make more hives, before they hatch or emerge from their queen cell, I'll try and divide the colony in half, and then that gives me a chance for 2 of them to fly out and possibly get mated and come back. And if they did, I go from 2 good colonies with 1 queenless to possibly 4 good colonies of bees. And that's really where I want to go, and that's the type of activity that I want to do. I appreciate you being with me. That was my first attempt at grafting. We'll come back in about a week and see if I did any good, and wish me luck. And again, once again, thank you all very much for the support and for the prayers and the well wishes on this keeping going and becoming successful. It's a lot of work and a lot of stress and a lot of worry, and I know that if we keep praying that we're going to get there in the end and it's all going to be fine, but it's got me worried sometimes. All right, thanks a lot. Take care. Remember, I'm Brent. This is Beekeeping in Paradise, and I would like to remind you once again that no matter where you are in the world, if you've got bees, you are definitely beekeeping in paradise. Be well, be safe, be kind. God bless. I love you all.